Check, check, check. Looks like it's reading. Audio is reading. Question is the snow reading? This is unbelievable. This is my 4th year seriously coming here specifically to bow hunt the rut on my family property, which now I own a little bit of, and then luckily I have friends and mentors here that let me hunt a whole bunch of other ground. I've had a lot of bad weather the last 3 years. Too hot, too rainy, just not great. This year I'm here almost a week early. It's October 28th, and the high temp today might have been like 40. Right now it's cold enough that it's actually flurrying. I don't know if you can see that, but there's light little snowflakes falling. It feels like it's the 3rd week in November, not the 4th week of October. The word is on the street, the bucks are on their feet, they're moving, and obviously this weather's going to be great. You're probably thinking like, dude, it's like, looks like it's prime time, and it is. But one of the drawbacks when you're filming this stuff is that there's a lot of prep work and a lot of work that goes into this. So I got to get all my camera equipment dialed in. I need to just pack my backpack, sort through a few things, and just make sure that I'm absolutely dialed to get in my stand early tomorrow morning and then be prepared to sit all day. If I wasn't filming, I would have long been in the woods as soon as I got here, because it's absolutely beautiful, and there's definitely deer on their feet right now as I speak. So yeah, I'm gonna prep it up for the rest of the evening, and then I'll see you in the tree first thing, dark 30 tomorrow. It's hard to know where to start to explain the morning. I underestimated again how much work it takes to get set up. Not only doing the saddle and sticks, and it's not that that's so much work, but it's the fact that I came to a spot that I didn't have a tree prepped. Squirrel. What I really like about this spot is that I know I've got some major logging that's happened off to my west, some major logging to the north. So I'm hoping that these bucks are going to be wanting to travel this ridge and scent checking the bedding that's off to my north and my west. It's high noon, day one. Conditions are incredibly good. The high today is 37 or 38. I'm guessing that's what it is right now. I just saw my first deer of the day, a doe, maybe 80 yards on this ridge to my north. She passed through pretty quickly. I wasn't able to get the camera on her. It's funny though, I've been here probably 6 hours. And that's all it takes, at least for me, especially not seeing deer, for the idea or the thoughts of not being in the right place. They start creeping into your mind. But even if I didn't see a deer here today, I'm going to come back here and sit here all day tomorrow too. I just have to remind myself that this is a marathon. It's a long one. I'm going to finish. Just got to put my time in. And hopefully, big old buck will come rolling through here. Alright, that's it for day one. There's a few minutes of light left, but camera's gonna have a hard time picking it up. Great day. Saw one doe, but that makes makes me feel even better about this spot tomorrow, because if the Bucks didn't check it today, hopefully they'll check it tomorrow. Alright, see you tomorrow. I know that he had to cross my access, but he didn't seem spooked. Just came feeding right in here and almost right back on that trail. He's definitely sniffing around, searching, like right underneath me, downwind of me, but didn't catch my wind. He's one of those small to medium 8 points. Definitely a buck I would try to take a crack at on day 5. Today I'm gonna let him ride. Like I said yesterday, these are some of the best conditions I've ever been fortunate enough to hunt for whitetails. It is hard to pass a buck like that. Just a beautiful 8 point. And I mean, he was right there. 5 yards. At least he came on the right side of the tree where I had a nice shooting lane to him. I was thinking to myself, it can almost seem like it can get boring sitting out here from, let's say I got in the tree about 6:30, I'm going to sit till about 6, so dang near 12 hours. But at age 45, it's nice to do something that slows down time so much. Because the week before this, it flew by in seconds. It's just eat, sleep, work, work out, hang out with kids, eat, sleep, work, repeat. And here, time slows down, and it's so nice. There's just not a lot of things we get to do in today's world where time moves this slow. I appreciate that about sitting in a tree stand or hanging in a saddle, in my case. Anyways, the colors are just gorgeous. Wisconsin has every shade of brown. Again, too, some people might look at it and say that's boring and not that pretty, but I'm telling you right now, these woods are aglow. They're on fire. It's beautiful. Great to see. Top of the morning, day 3. Happy Halloween. Good morning. It's day 4. And another gorgeous day in central Wisconsin. Best sunrise I've seen yet. Good morning. It's day 5. Squirrel. I want to shoot something that gets me excited. That buck was very close. Pretty cool, like 8-pointer with a little inline kicker off his main beam on his left. I mean, really a neat looking buck. And I know part of me says, oh, you should just shoot bucks because you haven't shot that many bucks with your bow. But I really do. If I'm going to take the life of an animal, I do want to shoot something that gets me excited. And not that this guy wouldn't have done that. But I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready to let the hunt be over. I think that was some day 5 shooter, and it's day 5 and I didn't shoot. I might be regretting it. I might regret it, but right now I'm not. It's just so early in the morning, and it's a great day. I got a great spot. There's a lot of activity here. Bucks are obviously on their feet. Different plan today. I grunted at him as he was rolling over the edge. I couldn't tell if there was a response. I couldn't even tell if he heard me, but man, oh man. And that's another 8-point, just a little bit bigger than those last two. And let me tell you, as soon as I saw him, heart started pounding. Probably in the last, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes, I had 3 more does come by. So that brings up my tally to 4 does, 4 bucks. Beautiful day. Sun's out. Bucks are out. Feeling pretty fortunate. Next one's going to be the real big one. Top of the morning from day 6. It's November the 3rd. I am back on the Oak Flat in my new tree I repositioned to last night after dark. It's cloudy this morning, so it has taken its sweet time to get light. Barely enough light to see my pins. But it's go time now. If a buck comes through, we'll be shooting. Okay. Cross your fingers. Let's go. That's actually the third deer, second buck of the day. The first buck was just a spike. I didn't get him on camera because he was even faster than that buck. I mean, both those bucks came running through here, and they're not stopping. They are just searching. I mean, that's good. They're looking. The rut is on, right? But it makes it hard on a guy that needs to grab his bow, draw it back, and get a shot. Man. Okay, I know if I sit it out, I can just get that next class. In a lot of people's minds, the buck I'm looking for, or would be happy with, is not a giant by any means. But it's a little bit bigger than that one. Five and a half days of sitting will test the resolve of a human. Right about now, I can think of 100 good, great reasons that this isn't the best thing to do right now. I mean, there's work piling up. The inbox is full. My kids miss me. My wife is probably mad because I haven't cleaned the toilet in the week since I've been gone. But honestly, I haven't cleaned it in months. Maybe a half a year. If it was like a Monday or a Thursday or a Sunday or even a Saturday, I could get down early and go watch football. I could just get down and go poke around. Look for sign. Stretch my legs. find a better spot. It's not even cold today. It's nice out. This here's deer hunting weather. I mean, if you're gonna pick yourself a day, make a day and say, I'm gonna make some deer hunting weather, this would be it. This kind of day makes you think about hot cider and donuts. If I just stare here long enough with the camera on, a buck will pop out while the camera's on, and then you'd get a muy authentico reaction shot. Be like this. There he is. Just keep looking. Look left, look right. Look left, look right. Look behind you. Look left, look right. It's about 11:30. I'm gonna break down this stand and I'm gonna mosey my way back down to the truck. And then I'm gonna drive about 300 or 400 yards, park that truck, and get into what I'm gonna call the garage stand. I was there 3 nights ago. That doe blew at me for 20 minutes, but I'm giving her 2 full days of rest. I feel like it's a good pinch, and I've got a better tree picked out that I think I can get higher into, and I think I'm gonna have better wind. We'll see. Meh. I saw the buck lay down. I can still see his antlers up. So he's not dead yet, unfortunately. From what I could tell, the shot looked good. Man, it's just a bummer when you make a shot and you can't celebrate. Real mixed emotions, as they say. Okay, here's what I know. He was quartered in 2. I put it right on the point of his shoulder and touched off. He looked like he took the hit bad. It really affected him. It almost knocked him over. As he was running off, he was crouched down low, fighting it. It was not good for him. He went about 100 yards, bedded down. I was watching him. His head never laid down. His head was up. And I'm guessing he caught my wind eventually, but he got up after maybe 15 minutes and just walked straight away from me. When he got up, I hit him on his left side. When he got up and walked away, I could see his right side. His whole right shoulder was just covered in blood. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm not going after him, but I'm going to break down. I'm going to get out of the tree. I'm going to look around a little bit right here in the vicinity, and see if I can find the arrow or find the blood. But it'd be good if I could just see the blood and what kind of blood I got going. I'm guessing that I only hit one lung somehow. Maybe follow the blood another 10 yards or so and just mark it mark a waypoint on Onyx, and then leave him be. Come back in the morning. It's gonna be 30-ish tonight, so even if he dies right now, I think the meat will be just fine. All right, so it's been about 5 hours, and we decided after looking at the footage, the shot was a little far forward, but the way the buck acted afterwards, I must have hit something pretty serious. So I've got Pops out here and our neighbor Brian. We're gonna go and see if we can't find him right now and not leave him out here for the coyotes. So we were almost made it to where he bedded down, and yeah, we'll see if we can turn him up. So he goes up through here. Yeah, so he goes right to this tree here, right? It's his right side. And he gets to here.
And this is where you lost him from here?
Well, I saw him get up and he went straight away, and I followed blood for another 15 or 20 yards, and then I decided to back out. But this to me is starting to be more muscle blood. You know, it's kind of lost that deep dark. But again, it's like it's both sides.
When it's wet too.
Yeah, but it was wet right when we picked it up, wasn't it? Yeah.
Bleeding from both sides.
Like, did we just bump him? All right, so I'm with Justin from a touchback deer recovery out of Warrens, Wisconsin. And we got Tickle with us. And tell me again what kind of hound that is?
So he's a Hanoverian scent hound. Yeah, so his dad is actually from France and his mom is from Poland.
And so when you were, tell me how you got into deer recovery with dogs.
I actually used a dog. I shot one, hit it in the liver.
Oh, really?
Needed a dog to come in. And I was always into coon hunting or coyote hunting with dogs, so I got into that and asked the wife permission, and that's how we got Tickle.
Yeah, so this is the ridge. I shot him maybe not even 100 yards that way, and he went that way and just went over. Blood trails up here. So the dog is working, but the conditions are making it tough. It's extremely cold and frosted down in this bottom that this deer crossed. Or that he came into. We don't know if he crossed. I want to follow him along, but at the same time I want to stay out of his way and let the dog and Justin do their work.
If that deer is laying in here, he will just go straight to it, where we could play the wind.
Tickle just went from being very mellow and doing a lot of searching to pulling Justin down the ridge here. Hopefully it's a good sign that he's back on this dog. He's extremely excited. Tickle has done a giant loop around this whole ridge that I shot the buck on, and it's come right back to where there's still good blood. Now he's actually working in a different direction. Hard to say. This is the tricky part in like scent hound work. Same thing with Mingus, is that you gotta trust him, and Justin certainly trusts this dog, and he's gonna follow him to the ends of the earth to find this buck. So I gotta go catch up. Well, That took a turn, I guess the turn for the worse. Those guys did the best they could. Justin feels like if that buck was in that bowl, he would have found it. The dog would have went right to it. I'm still going to do a little bit of searching. Just walk out, you know, here and there, just look around, never know. But both Justin and his dad feel like that buck is still alive. They're tough, and when they quit bleeding and when they go up and over a hill like that, it just goes to show you, you don't hit them in the right spot and you're not going to kill them. And it's the difference of inches, and it's the difference of how much that buck turned. Like the buck 2 steps before I shot him was 1/4 2, and that same point of impact would have gone through at least one lung, maybe both. But right at the end, he turns broadside, and I was still in my peep already. I didn't make the adjustment. I didn't see his turning, so I didn't make the adjustment, and I shot, and it went in front of the vitals. Obviously, I hit some sort of vein to make him lose some blood, but not the vitals. Didn't drain out the vitals. So, yeah, gotta think about it. See if I'm gonna keep hunting. All right. Top of the morning. From morning number 8. It's been a long haul, been a grind. It's hard to believe after that shot that deer's gonna make it, but we all know, it's been said before, that if you don't hit them in the right spot, they are amazingly tough creatures. It stinks either way. The outcome that didn't happen, which is me taking possession of that deer, that's the one that's supposed to happen. And any other outcome after I shoot my bow is not good. I admit that I didn't make a good shot. I messed up. I shot him for 1/4 2, and he wasn't 1/4 2 anymore. Gotta own that. But after taking the day off yesterday, thinking through it all, I'm happy to be back hunting. Well, what a way to end the hunt. That was a long haul. 9 days of hunting or something like that. I hate to be getting out of the tree right now after what I just experienced, but seeing a buck like that, and what I saw last night and yesterday afternoon, I mean, that's what keeps people up at night, what keeps people dreaming, what keeps people doing habitat work to get more opportunities like that. The bow hunt is just so intimate. All the stuff you do to try to shrink down this giant chunk of woods to a little zone where that deer is going to be 20 yards from you. Man, what did I learn this week? The edge, man. I saw deer on those bigger ridgetop funnel pinch points, but man, where there was that real strong edge, it was paying off big time. I got a shot on an edge. I saw a giant tending a doe on an edge. I mean, it's elemental stuff, but I don't know. So many factors go into it. It's easy to ignore something like that. Anywho, hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for watching another episode of On the Hunt. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Good luck out there if you're still sitting in a stand.